Hey guys, hope my camera stays upright. I'm currently in Norway. We went skiing for a week. The kids are out now and I have a day off to actually do this. But I've had a lot of questions about obviously Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson. As you can imagine, the cards are going to be fairly obvious. I think there's going to be a lot of grief that comes through here. But the biggest questions are, will she give him another chance? I actually did hear, I think Spirit are joking with me today, but I actually did hear, whoops, he did it again. You know the Britney Spears song? Oops, I did it again, he did it again. It's kind of, I actually feel that's a joke, almost like her being sarcastic and joking about it. Like, she should have known better, but how do I explain it? It's like in your gut when you know they're going to do it again and you know they can't be trusted, but you try and block it off and ignore it because you want it to work so badly. It's kind of that thing. So when it did happen, she almost joked about it because she knew it was going to happen anyway and she had a feeling he would fuck up again. Sorry, I have to say these words because that's what I get. And that's when I hear the joke about whoops, he did it again. Okay, let's see. How does she feel right now? And will they get back together? What's her feelings and energy around the situation right now? Because we've just heard, obviously, in the newspapers he's got a baby mama. Right, Khloe, energy. Oh, man. She really did hope for the best because the Wheel of Fortune almost means like she thought he could turn a new leaf and start afresh. And lots of promises about things are going to be completely different now. And I feel it's almost like when this pregnancy happened and he had this affair, when he cut it off with her before Khloe found out and it all became public, he'd already decided to go on a one-way street. And when I hear one-way street, I mean with her. I hear no diversions. So it's almost like when he had the affair, he was scared of thinking, what the hell am I doing? And then he cut this person off. And then literally it was like full focus on Khloe. And I'm not going to mess up again. I'm not going to make any more mistakes. I've decided what I want. And now it's too late because he got found out anyway. So that's what's coming across here. A one-way street, no diversions. And when I mean diversions, I mean going off and seeing other women. So it was, I hear too little too late. So by the time he realised that, too late, came out in the media. Now, what the card is behind this one, guys, is a very obvious card as well. Because this is the devil, temptations, addictions, sex, something in him that I think it's always going to be around him. I mean, you've got to think about his career and what he does and what he's surrounded by as well. Okay. It's almost like he's too juvenile emotionally to say no. And he gets wrapped up. I hear wrapped up in the scene. So he's not really doing the right thing and avoiding these parties. He's going to these events. And I do feel like he's told her lies, as in some of these events aren't events. It's almost like they're like parties, proper house parties, nothing to do with events. I hear now paid appearances, so I feel like he's also said to her, I've got a paid appearance here, I need to go, it's something I have to do with my job. So it's almost like he's blaming his job for these paid appearances and saying he has to go to certain locations and show his face, which she understands because she has to do her own PR as well. But he's using that as an excuse to do like temptations, addictions, that kind of thing. I hear using excuses. He's been using excuses with her. But I really feel strongly that after this thing happened, I think it was before he found out about the pregnancy as well, that he just decided, I hear straight and narrow. So he really thought, no, I'm going on the straight and narrow. This has to stop, Too late. It was just too late. It was too late. Okay. So let's pull one more. How does she feel? How does she feel? I mean, it's fairly obvious. How does she? This is hard, guys, because she's still in that, obviously, it's so fresh. That's the it's the extreme stage where you're loved. You want your family to be together, okay? After losing her dad as well, I didn't lose my dad as young as she did. I was 19, but it devastates you. And I feel, me personally speaking, you look for your father in other people. You don't even realize you're doing it. So in a way, she wanted that solid, stable father figure for her child. And that's why she's reluctant to let him go completely. Because the Chariot means being torn in two ways here. So like most breakups, she wakes up in the morning one day and she's feeling strong and confident, like, whoa, I deserve way better than this. This is not what I want my daughter to be brought up with. She can do better than this. I can do better than this for both of us. That's how she feels. Then you have other days where you're dealing with the grief and emotional loss, where she wakes up and she's stuck. Because this card can mean charging ahead, Chariot, straight ahead, but it can also mean as well, it's being pulled in two directions. One's going one way, one's going the other. So I always see this when I do my readings as a decision, almost like a decision that needs to be made. So she's torn. Crossroads. She's currently at the crossroads. She's at the crossroads of what she should do. Oh, oh, that's sad. Ten of Wands, just pulled another one, guys. Ten of Wands on complete breaking point. Now, when you get the Nine of Wands, it means you're wounded, but you should overcome it if with perseverance, okay? That's how I read my cards anyway, okay? That's how it means to me. The Ten of Wands is literally a man. He's got so much he's carrying, all this weight he's carrying on his back. He's bent over. He's on breaking point, and that's how she feels right now. It's the world. I hear world humiliation as well, which obviously means the whole world watching this play out. I mean, she's always led her life in the spotlight, okay, so she accepts that part of it, but it's still not easy to be cheated on, not once but twice, and she feels like a fool because she took him back. So that's horrible to play out. I mean, I'd feel like we've all been there, I'm sure, but to have it played out. But this is interesting because I'm going to pull two more about her feelings here. This is interesting. She's completely conflicted right now. The Four of Pentacles in some ways means she felt that possessiveness and jealousy over what he did and that somebody else wanted him and the baby as well coming through. I mean, what the hell? I mean, imagine dealing with all that and nothing against the new baby, anything like that. What I mean is her emotions here are keeping her man. So on one side of things, she's almost like, I'm going to hold on to my man. I'm going to hold on to my man. I'm going to keep him. On the other side, she's not committed to the relationship. I just hear completely conflicted emotions here. But she knew in her gut. She knew in her gut and she ignored it. She put on a happy face. She glossed over. I hear she glossed over the whole thing, that it would be better and it wouldn't happen again. Now, let's just pull some cards to see, is there a future between them here? I don't feel so. I feel they're going to be seen publicly, obviously, because they're child. I hear co-parenting, and they want to put co-parenting in a good spotlight, that they're both there for her kid, for their children. But I hear two broken. I actually see a mirror that's smashed into a million pieces, and it's like, this is really weird. This is the images I'm getting from Spirit. It's like a mirror smashed into a million pieces. And sometimes when it's bigger pieces, this sounds weird, guys, but just go with me, right? If there's 5 pieces of the mirror, you can put it together. But when you really smash a mirror, there's so many tiny shards. There's nothing you can do. You just got to sweep it up and bin it. It's almost like that. It's almost like it's unmendable now. And it's smashed into a million pieces. And there's pieces she will never get back of the relationship. So that's kind of the images that Spirit is showing. God, they show me some random stuff. Okay, is there a future here? Not good at all. Not good at all. Not good at all. Not good at all. Really not great cards here. Okay. She's still looking at the happy times with him. 1,000,000%. Now, randomly, the sun does mean a holiday. I do wonder if they're going to have some time away, like a break together as a family, and talk things through, almost like therapy where they disappear for a while. It could be undercover, okay? But this is him. This is like the money maker guy, you know, the entrepreneur. This is how I'm seeing his energy coming through right now, okay? He's on other projects. I don't know what else he does, guys, other than the sportsman. I don't know what else he does, but he's trying to be an entrepreneur in his own right. I hear Mr. Khloe here. So he's actually working on being Mr. Khloe in his own right. I don't know if he has anything to do with drinks, cereal bar, muesli bars, energy bars, but I do feel links to that as well in the future. And a lot of, I mean, the whole thing here is like travel linked with him now. And I feel he's going to disappear for a bit. Lie low. I just heard lie low. Lie low, disappear for a bit, and the hermit means him taking time out to really work through what he's just done. And I do feel therapy there. Now, I feel like she might go along for some of the therapy sessions with him as well. But it's almost like closure it's going to be for her, nothing more. Now, when we look ahead, this is where it got really messy, guys. So again, pulled in 2 ways, feels completely overloaded in the future with this connection. We then had the Death card, which is obviously an ending here. And then this is what I don't like about this. Now, 7 of Cups means he's still completely open here. He's still completely open to other romantic options. This is what I meant about the kind of career he does, the PR, everything like that. This is temptation all around him in the future. It's always going to be there. And then we have the 3 of Cups as well, which isn't great at all because whenever I do readings, personally speaking, this is the love triangle card, okay, in a love reading. Love triangle card, 3's a crowd. 3's a crowd here. There's 3 people involved in the near future as well. And I feel that could be his baby mama. maybe not getting back together with her, but it's like three's a crowd. It's going to be too much for her to handle this split family because of what he's done. It's going to be a constant reminder of what he's done, and he's cheating on her. Pulling two more, guys. I feel for her. I do feel for her because this is what she wants. Okay, 10 of Cups, the happy family, the Empress, she wants the stability, and the anxiety of not having that for a child is really draining her. Really draining her. Really quickly, do we have someone new coming in for Khloe in the next year? I don't mean just someone you see like a date. I mean, do we have somebody more solid coming in for her? Do we have someone more solid coming in for her? I really hope so. I'm just going to pull cards of the year. Okay, that's spring, summer, autumn. I still feel he's going to be, oh guys, it's still messy. I still feel he's going to be trying to win her back because we have now, right now in the spring, okay, moneymaker. He sees her as very grounded, down to earth, a really good businesswoman, okay? Then we have his energy. I'm not sure what star sign he is, guys, but this does mean somebody very creative, very active, very charming, very fun, very youthful energy, which I feel is him coming across. And then we have him coming back, okay? Him trying everything he can to come back into this connection. And then we have the 7 of Wands here for the spring as well, which is her blocking him. And then that's because of judgment, because she's going to judge his past mistakes. Now, other than that, I don't have any massive love interest coming in for her after that so far. I feel it's going to take a lot of time to get over this, you know? It's going to take a lot of time to get over this. It's almost like he wants to be this person. Remember I said Mr. Khloe? He wants to be Mr. Khloe Kardashian. He wants to be the stable father guy, father figure, entrepreneur, blah, blah, blah. But his energy is more this, which is more the, again, I hate to say it, but this does often come up as the Playboy card. The kind of guy that rushes in really quick with their emotions, very strong, very, you know, like, oh, I love you, I want you back, you're everything to me, I can't live without you. And then after, they change direction again. So it's almost like his energy is wrong for her. He will not have the stability she needs. Now, I will read on her later on, maybe in 3 months' time, to see if there's anyone new coming in. But I feel this has just happened. This is fresh. I hear it's really fresh, and it's going to take time to get over this one. I think even if she dates, you're not going to see her step out of anyone like you do with Kim Kardashian and the other guy, Davidson. What's his name? Great start, eh? Anyway, that's it. That's it. I don't think he will ever be the man she wants him to be. I don't feel that's ever going to happen. Okay, I just don't. I don't. But I hope they can work it out, obviously, for the kids, you know. Love you guys. Happy New Year. Bye.